What's happening, my Jack family? Coach Scott here, jackedAt40.com and shreddedAt40.com. Today I'd like to have a discussion about something I see holding a lot of men back from getting lean after 40. Now, the idea for today's topic came about from seeing some transformation photos from one of our Jacked at 40 Club members, Damien, who is 54 years young. He's dropped over 20 pounds of fat and just looking absolutely phenomenal. What I love is, once again, if you saw one of our recent Jacked at 40 transformation success stories, Craig, where I talked about how it's one thing to see the dramatic before and after pictures when someone's shirtless and all that, you see the ripped abs and everything, but when you can see a transformation when someone is wearing their clothes like Damien here is here in his photos, like, to me, that's incredibly impressive. And more than anything, you just see the vibrance, you see the joy, you see the confidence and pride in his smile right now, and it just absolutely makes my day. But the idea for this topic came about because I recall back in the day when Damien was looking to transform his body. He wanted to transform his body, but I think he's more focused on the struggle, his challenges. He works 12 to 14 hour days. He's a truck driver, so he's sitting a lot. And he was kind of looking at me and my workout partners as maybe there's something special about us, or it's going to be more challenging for him to drop the weight. Maybe it's not something that he can achieve himself. And I wasn't not quite sure if he had the belief in himself that he can do it. And that is exactly what I see holding a lot of men back from getting lean after 40, is that they don't believe it's possible for them. And sometimes they look, what makes it their belief even in themselves lacking behind is that they kind of think that maybe, I'm not saying this is necessarily Damien's case, but I see it in a lot of others. Let's take Mike, for example, one of my workout partners, again, in his 50s, dropped over 30 pounds of fat and has kept it off for over 5 years now. Him and Paul, again, dramatic transformation. Geez, I think he might have lost probably closer to 50 pounds of fat during the time. Just a drastic transformation for him as well. And I remember my original workout partner, Rick, we were training and we'd always see Paul and Mike training together. Their training style was kind of random, maybe not the most effective way of programming. And we really didn't, we'd kind of nod at them or whatever, just wave, say hi, but not really talk. And then we came to find out, like, once we started talking, Rick and I are like, come join us for a workout here and see what this is all about. Like, you guys can achieve what we have. And it came to find out that they thought we were on steroids at the time. There's no way these two guys can look the way they do without being either on testosterone replacement therapy or steroids or anything like that. And I get that a lot in comments on the YouTube video. A lot of people assume, like, especially they see my vascularity and everything, this guy must be on steroids, he must be on testosterone replacement therapy, can't be 100% lifetime natural bodybuilder, which I am absolutely. But Mike and Paul didn't believe that what Rick and I had achieved could be achieved naturally. And when they find out how the lifestyle, I mean, they see that I love cheesecake, that I love chips, I love cookies and chocolate. I love all these things and I can incorporate my favorite lifestyle. Like, holy smokes, like, this guy, he's eating like a normal freaking human being most of the time, and realizing that it's just simple structure, discipline, following a plan and hitting your calorie target while incorporating your favorite foods. Like, this is actually freaking doable. And the workouts aren't anything extraordinary. It's not like these crazy metabolic circuits or anything like that to try to get you dripping sweat and get your heart racing through your chest. No, it's just bodybuilding, physique-styled, physique-focused, aesthetic-focused training. It's nothing extraordinary, but once they start seeing, like, you know what, okay, they find out both Rick and I were on testosterone replacement therapy. We're not on steroids. We're not doing anything special. We're not taking any crazy supplements or anything like that. We're just being disciplined and structured. Like, you know what? This is doable, especially when Rick was the same age as Mike and Paul in their late 50s when they're making these transformations. They're like, I guess if this guy can do it, so can I. And that is one of the biggest factors that comes into play when you have that lack of belief that you can achieve it. And a lot of that lack of belief can come from your past failures. Like, for myself personally, it was tough. Like, it took me a good 10 years to finally get out of that yo-yo diet mentality, that vicious cycle of being good for a little bit and then falling off the wagon, being good for a little bit, falling off the wagon. It's when you start embarking on a journey, you kind of think it's tough to get it out of your head that, well, what's going to make this time different than the last time? I've tried this so many times before and failed. Why is this time going to be different? And you just got to believe in yourself that, all right, this is the time. Like, all of that has been practice that has led me to this point. I can take what I've learned from all those past experiences. The reason this time is going to be different is that I've learned from those failures, if you want to call them that. And it's really not a true failure if you're learning from it and it's allowing you to move forward. But in addition from looking at it from that perspective, also looking at other people, other success stories that have come about in your similar situation. So in Damien's case, he had examples of Rick, Mike, and Paul, who are over 50 like himself, and were able to achieve these goals naturally. Now, the tough part is that he does live a very busy, he's got a hectic job, like lifestyle schedule, and sitting a lot, 12 to 14 hour days sitting in a truck, and then having a workout on top of that. And again, like, you have to be smart. There's got to be some serious food prep involved there, and having smart, healthy snacks on hand. So you're not grabbing something when you're at a truck stop or anything like that. You're not tempted to grab a fast food or anything like that to get through the day. So he had hurdles to overcome. And now here's the thing. You guys, anyone who's in a similar situation as Damien, working these long days and a sedentary job, you can look to him and see, all right, Damien's 54. He's dropped over 20 pounds with this sedentary lifestyle. He's able to make the time to do it. I can do it as well. Now, Damien has a great support system. His wife is incredibly supportive, works out with him. So that is great. But he's also in a community, the Jacked Active 40 Club, who, again, another great supportive community where he sees other examples of people who are achieving goals that he wants to achieve. And now other people in the group can see that he's achieved his goals and can feed off that energy. So you got to do whatever it takes to build up your belief system, to look at past failures as stepping stones to get where you are going. So it's all been a necessity. It's all happened for a reason to get you to this point. And now may just be the best timing. And for me, I feel that that was a big reason why I was finally able to drop that 50 pounds of fat, is that I viewed all those previous attempts as practice, but the timing just wasn't right. My life was crazy, freaking stressful, just hectic, young kids, getting a business going, it was insane. But again, I look at someone like Damien now, 12 to 14 hour days and doing what he's doing. And I had other examples of people who were experiencing great success in spite of their challenges and their lifestyle. But yeah, it was definitely a point. I reached a point where my kids were a bit older. My life, I had good structure with my business, I had good structure with my overall lifestyle. And I had finally had enough. Like, enough was enough of this struggle. And I just said, now is the time to do it. And I took everything that I had learned from my previous experiences and began to apply them then. But I felt ready. I felt honestly ready to make that transformation at the time. And I believed I was going to achieve it because I made that goal public. I told everyone for my 36th birthday, I'm going to give myself 6-pack abs. And I wasn't going to let them down. And the weekly updates that I was giving people, I'm like, I believe that there's no way I didn't want to look like a failure to everyone else. It's one thing if I failed in the past, but I didn't want to set a goal and not be able to achieve that goal. I wanted to show everyone that I had what it took to achieve this goal, and I believed I was going to achieve that goal. So again, it all comes down to, you got to get a lot of that negative self-talk out of your head, as we've recently talked about. And the big way to do that is looking for role models and learning from past experiences to bring you forward in achieving your goal this time around. And now I want to hear from you. Do you think that you are struggling with a lack of belief in your ability to achieve your goals? Are you looking at other men over 40 who are in great shape and thinking to yourself that there's something special about them? They've got great genetics, maybe they're on steroids, maybe they're on testosterone replacement therapy, maybe they're taking some special supplement. Is that holding you back from achieving your goal? Is the lack of belief in your ability to achieve it holding you back? I want to hear from you down in the comment section below. Do you believe you can achieve your goal? Do you believe that you can get lean after 40? I want to hear from you down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed today's video, please do me a favor and smash that thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it. If you know a fellow bro who'd benefit from watching today's video, do me a favor and share it with them. Before you go, don't forget to download your free guide, Jacked After 40. Have yourself an amazing day. Catch you in the next video.